Okay, today we'll be opening up this used Mazda oil filter, number 1WPE-14-302. And I got this Mazda oil filter from a very generous viewer whose name is Steve from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thanks, Steve. This oil filter was in service for 10 months, 7,000 miles, and came off of Steve's 2017 Mazda 3. Yep, the one with the 2.0 liter engine, which now has 77,256 miles. He was using 0W20 Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil during this period. Let's open up this used Mazda oil filter and see how it did. So let's get started. This is some where you gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight, get your angle here, filtration anywhere here. Okay, so before we open this filter up, let's take a quick look at it. Right here, made in Thailand. Just some instructions for putting it on. And over here we got a date code FE20C10. Okay, and this filter has 8 inlet holes, metal core with holes, bypass valve down below, about 4 grooves there for threads, and this nitro rubber O-ring gasket, O-ring style gasket. It's on there pretty good. Fits right in this groove right here. I'll measure that and put it up on a screen. Looks good. Okay, let's open up this filter. Okay, not much oil. It's good. No anti-drain back valve on this filter. And you can see like a little sludging there, it looks like. Let's see. I'll turn it like this. Okay, the filter element comes right out. And I'll put the number of pleats on the screen. See a little something right there. Caught some stuff right there. It's like soot carbon or something. Here's the seam. Let's get up close. I don't see no tears. The pleats are nicely spaced. And unfortunately, I don't have a micron rating for this or what this filter is made out of. Okay, that all looks good. It's got these plastic kind of end caps. They go inside too. See that? Oh yeah. That looks pretty dirty in there. Look at that. Wow. That's like baked on. I wonder if he overheated. I wonder if the engine got overheated. Feels gritty. Yeah, I'm gonna put this like this and let it drain, and then we'll check it out. But you can see it on here also. That's a pretty dirty filter. Bypass valve works. Yeah, let's get some measurements. So the can, 0.57 millimeters thick. Pretty thick can. And let's check the width. Okay, 1.92 inches wide. Okay, so yeah, you can see this. Look how dark you got here. Yeah. Okay, this will be interesting when I squeeze it out to see what it looks like. Alright, so I'll cut this open here and squeeze it out, stretch it out, and see what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, so here's the filter all stretched out. And this filter is 54.5 inches long. Okay, let's get the thickness on this filter media. 0.78 millimeters thick. This is the filtering side. You can see the carbon here, back side. And I took two microscope pictures off of this filter media, off this exact filter media right here. The carbon, I got some of the carbon in there and some of this clear spot here. So and plus I put some light on it too so you can see the carbon really good. So let's take a look at that picture. So as you can see, there's a lot of carbon in on this filter, and there's no light coming through this at all. So it's dark all throughout. You can see this stuff right here. Look at it. Got all that carbon right there. And you can see it on the filter media also. Let's take a look at this up close. You can see quite a bit of carbon on this filter. Yeah, especially some of these parts here. It just rubs. Yeah. It's all throughout the filter. But no sparklies. I don't see no sparklies. So I don't know what's going on. He's using a good oil, Pennzoil Platinum. Did he overheat it? Does it run hot or something? Or is he lives in Minnesota, maybe he idles it a lot in the cold. And condensation in the oil and it's carbon up. I don't understand it. Or maybe it's just this type of engine that he has. Let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So the gasket looks fine. You know, this is all good here. Base plate, it's fine. It's got a lot of grooves there for threads. It's just that it started a lot of carbon and soot inside the filter. And you know, if he had I think if this was a synthetic filter material, it would stick to the filter better. And you know, because it looks like it was just floating around inside this filter. Because this just rubs off. Except for here, it kind of sludged here, but it still rubs off. See? Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. This is a very dirty filter. This is gritty too. This feels like little tiny like salt or something, rubbing salt. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. This is the dirtiest filter I think I've seen. But everything else looks fine. You know, you got nice holes here for the core. So I'm going to contact Steve through email and let him know that his filter came out really dirty and ask him if he knows why possibly it could have came out this way. And if I find anything out, I'll put it up on the screen. Well, Steve emailed me back and said it was a mystery to him why the oil filter came out so dirty. He said he went by the computer's oil change intervals. I suggested that he probably do 5,000 mile oil change intervals. And he said that's probably what he was going to do. So what are you guys' thoughts on this filter and why it came out so dirty? And again, I want to thank Steve for sending me this used Mazda oil filter. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching and take care. Yeah, I think if this was a synthetic media, maybe more of it would get caught in the media itself. Because it rubs off really easy on here. What do you guys think?